a sudden outbreak of the zombie virus. In order not to hurt their families, some infected people buried their heads in the ground. The hero's family hid on the water to survive. Although they won't be bitten by zombies here, but the lack of food has become their fatal problem. In order to find food, his wife sneaked into an abandoned cruise ship, but then something happened in the cockpit. The woman's leg was bitten by a walker. In 48 hours, she'll be completely mutated. The husband knew his wife was infected. He was ready to take her ashore for medical treatment. Soon the family arrived at the shore. During the journey, their daughter was crying because she was hungry. The wife rushed to hold her daughter, but the wife convulsed. The wife had a seizure. She told Andy to carry her daughter away, but Andy held her in his arms. After his wife stabilized, they started off again. The three of them continued to travel in the direction of their friend. Suddenly a walker appeared in the middle of the road. Andy crashed into a tree on the side of the road. When he woke up, he found that his wife had turned into a zombie. On the door of the car was his wife's last wish. Andy reached out to hug his daughter, but he was bitten by his wife's hand. Luckily, he was able to bring his daughter out safely. Looking at the wound on his arm, he already knew his end. He took off his wife's chronograph and put it on himself. From now on, he has 48 hours to live normally. Must find a new home for our daughter before the mutation. They found a family. Etta dressed his wounds. Andy was touched by Etta's kindness, so he decided to trust her with his daughter. But when Andy was ready to find Etta, he discovered her secret. It turned out that Etta was a terminal cancer patient, and her life was counting down. So early the next morning, he said goodbye to Etta. Andy found a car, and then a walker jumped on them. Luckily, Vic was there to save them. Vic saved them and took them home. Vic puts a necklace on a woman just after he gets home. This scene makes Andy think he's very caring, until he realized Vic was using the living to attract the walkers, and then seized the money from the zombies. Andy finally realized this Vic was not a good person. At night, the woman found Andy, hoping that he could take her to escape with him. Unfortunately, Vic heard everything they said. Vic locked him up to attract the walkers. Andy tied the carrion to a chain, and then he used the walker's pull to open the door, and took Thumi with him. But Vic spotted them before they got too far. Vic tried to shoot Andy. The woman came out and blocked the bullet. Under the cover of the woman, Andy and Thumi managed to escape. The next day, Andy and Thumi searched for someone else's house. They found a caravan. Inside there was not only plenty of food and toys for children. It seems that this family is very suitable to take care of their daughter. Unfortunately, they were also bitten by a walker. He's got 4 bullets to take his family with him. The remaining 2 were reserved for him. Then came the 4 shots. Now they can be together forever. Andy suddenly envied them. He picked up the gun and prepared to end himself, but then his daughter suddenly called out for her father. Andy was so happy. He couldn't leave his child alone, so he carried the child on his back and continued to look for others. But he didn't last long. He fell to the ground and convulsed. He didn't have much time left before he lost all consciousness. Andy made a last request to Thumi. He begged Thumi to take care of his daughter. Thumi agreed. Then he bent down and let Thumi climb up. Thumi lay on top of Andy's body and led him on by the carrion. I don't know how long it took. They met Thumi's family. Andy had turned into a zombie. The scene before them stunned everyone. The family grabbed a gun to free Andy. They adopted Andy's daughter. Everyone loved the girl very much.